Okay, so it is a new week. It is Late Nights with Oko and Coco. Hi, how are you doing, buddy?
I am okay. This is how you doing?
I'm all right. We're gonna need more than one of these. I know that this is feeling tiny. We're probably gonna have to crack the second one. So, just so you know, simpler wines. Late Nights with Oko and Coco. Roll the intro.
Yo, these late nights got me acting a fool. I stepped in on Vavoom, like in the way that I move. I ain't playing around with fools.
All right. What you been up to this week?
I have been, trying to maneuver through, what am I trying to maneuver through? Okay, I've been trying to maneuver through a couple things. I've been trying to maneuver through, first off, this new world we're living in.
Trump times?
Trump times.
It is Trump times.
Right. I also have been getting a couple clients, new clients. I have two new clients.
Love clients.
That has the possibility of me spending a lot of time with their animals.
Love that. Those are the best.
So it could be
good money.
And it's a good new year of like new clients, which is fun.
Right. Let's hope
it is. Toast. And also thinking about a birthday that's a month away.
Your birthday is a month away. You're trying. How you telling the children?
I tell them anyway.
Oko's turning 35.
I'll be 35
He's
March 2nd.
Grown now.
Yeah, I am grown.
About to be grown. Okay, cheers.
So trying to figure out what are we doing?
Right. It was my 22nd birthday was so much fun. We had such a good time.
That was cute.
It was cute.
Also, a fire was burning.
Oh, it was.
Literally.
It was.
But yeah, I'm thinking we just.
Like a bounce? Are you thinking like a bouncy house? Maybe like trampolines? Or
I'm thinking.
Let's go skydiving.
No, never. No, I won't say never. I've learned not to say never, but I don't plan on it. I'm thinking of just maybe dinner with a few of you guys.
That sounds like fun.
And then opening it up. Because the place that I'm thinking of have like a spot where we could turn it into like a mingle too.
Like we can have the dinner at 7 o'clock.
But
and tell
I'm
everybody
also
else to get there at 9.
That's what I'm thinking. Because there are a group of you guys that I actually want to eat with. I don't want to eat with everybody.
No, yeah, you got a lot of friends.
Yeah. So if I got a good team that I actually want to sit down at the table and eat with.
Even then, that's a lot of fucking people.
And they may not come.
He said a good time. No, we'll probably all be there.
Yeah, I could get a good 6 of y'all at a dinner.
Yeah, for sure.
Easily. So we doing that. And also just like I didn't think that a year ago, I didn't think that we would be doing the podcast with Trump as our president. So I didn't know that we would be.
I kind of did.
Was he around a year ago?
Yeah, he was definitely around a year ago.
I don't know what I thought.
He won't go away.
He will not go away.
He really won't go away.
Gas.
He really will not go away. That's that's kind of like his thing. He's very good at not going away. He's like impressively good at that.
Yeah, he's not going to. Yeah, it's odd. Real little quick, just little fun stuff that we do. All right, I'd like to have you remove some of these artists. So I'm going to give you 3 rows of artists, and one of the artists that I mentioned, you have to remove all their work forever. First row is Adele, Taylor Swift, or Gaga.
Gaga.
Okay. The second row is
because I like Adele.
You do.
I like Adele. I like Adele, and her music is cool. Taylor Swift, I don't like, but she's a commercial juggernaut. Mm-hmm. And then Gaga just is kind of getting caught in the middle.
But there's no music of Gaga that brings up because I actually would. Pick.
Oh, Gaga music brings up certain times. She's very very popular. Rid of it
forever
versus Adele
versus Taylor. No, and this is not me dissing on Taylor.
Oh no, I listened to 1989. I actually listened. I had that album on my phone.
Oh, see, I don't listen to it.
I was shaking it off. Shake It Off. I was on.
I don't listen.
I was doing it. I was like 18.
Yeah, see, Gaga. I was 18 with Gaga.
Right.
So I'm not getting rid of Judas or Born This Way. These are songs that kind of mean something to me.
No, that's all like.
And
skippable.
If Telephone is that her and Beyonce?
That is.
If that means that got to go too.
Yeah, that got to go too.
Then I like Telephone.
I do too, but versus.
What year was that?
I don't like Telephone's like 2011.
I thought it was like 08.
No. Oh, actually, I think you're right.
I think so. Yeah.
I think you're right. Maybe 2009.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe 2009. I think you're right actually because Telephone came out.
Beyonce looked so good in that fucking video.
And then Video Phone came out. Mm-hmm. And Video Phone was on the album, so it must have been 2008, 2008.
Fun fact, real quick about Beyonce. I heard that she has been performing. I read, and we talk about her a lot, but I read that Beyonce have been performing Diva at every every tour she's had since 2008. Diva's been on the rotation.
Yeah, that's like the only, Beyonce keeps.
That's interesting.
Beyonce's pretty much
That's almost 20 years.
Yeah, Yeah. But I mean, Diva's a great record.
Of course, Beyonce. What's the little girl named Blue told Blue? They say protest at that Renaissance.
I'm trying
film.
to think if Diva has actually been on all the tours. Actually,
that's what I read.
I don't know if I actually think that's true.
That's what they said. That's what the people. That's what the Beehive said. I don't know.
Well, because she's mixed up. Diva. I've seen Diva got smashed up with Tom Ford, the Jay-Z record. I've seen Diva get mashed up with. My daddy taught me good home training. My sister taught me how to speak my mind. I'm flawless.
I like flawless. Oh, that's probably hot.
I've seen that mixed up too.
She's done this.
Yeah, I've seen these like as in the live version. I mean, yeah, Diva's got a few dances. Diva's a great song. A song we do not skip. Diva. Oof.
No. Second row is Rihanna. Speaking of Giselle, Beyonce or Nicki.
Ooh.
Music though.
And it's all gotta go?
Yeah, one of them gotta go forever.
That sucks. That's a hard. That's hard.
It's
Nicki. That sucks.
Is it Nicki for me? Beyonce.
Rihanna? No, Rihanna got too many bops that are like Rihanna got too many bops.
Yeah, it would be
you
Nicki
the
for
one
me.
that I think about all day. You the one that I dream about always. Rihanna's that bitch.
Yeah, definitely not Beyonce.
Yeah, the Beyonce cannot go. And Rihanna can't go either.
And then there is the last row is SZA, Katy Perry, and Pony. That's easy.
SZA, Katy Perry, and Pony?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Katy Perry, but of all of them, I like Ariana Grande a lot. She's fire. I like her a lot. Now she's got like an Oscar nomination. That's so cool. I'm so happy for her.
I was going to talk about that.
Yeah,
Very good
Cynthia,
for Pony.
Yeah, I'm happy for her. I didn't see Wicked. I should go see it.
You know what? I have no interest in seeing it. I told you this before. I don't want to see it. But I like that both of them was nominated. Cynthia Erivo was nominated for Best Actress. Mm-hmm. She probably will win.
She probably will win.
I could see that. And, well, I don't know, because I think Demi Moore also was nominated for Best Actress.
Yeah, but I don't think she can win.
She's been on she's won the awards leading up to it so far. She won the Golden Globe. I think it's one more coming up that also predicts that maybe she will win. They say it was a great performance. Cynthia
Erivo gonna get her Oscar because
eventually
she's had 2 movies and been nominated now for 2 Oscars. She's been in 2 films. No, that's not true. She's been in like 2 like big motion movies.
And I think if she win, I believe this might make her an EGOT. I think so because she have a Tony.
I don't think she has an Emmy. What would she have an Emmy for?
She didn't get the Emmy for the mother, like Harriet or something.
Harriet's not an Emmy. Emmy's for TV.
So you know what I think? Maybe she got it for like that Aretha Franklin series that she did. She did a television like series which was like episodic of Aretha Franklin's life.
Oh, did she?
She did. Now I don't know if she won an Emmy for it.
Does Cynthia Erivo have an Emmy? Yes, she does have an Emmy.
For what?
She won, and it's not saying but she does have an Emmy. Okay, what'd she get an Emmy for? Oh my God, Aretha Franklin.
I felt so. I felt like, because I was like, why the hell is she Aretha?
She acting though. She's a good actress.
So maybe that's right.
That is true. Oh yeah, I know she got a Grammy and a Tony.
And definitely a Tony. Grammy?
So that's cool. Yeah.
For what?
The Tonys. You win a Grammy for like best. You can get the Grammy win for like the best musical recording.
Oh, okay. Maybe she won for I Am Here. Did she win for Color Purple?
I think she won for she did win for Color Purple. It would have been for like the Color Purple like soundtrack, best musical soundtrack.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure would be where she won.
God knows we talk about Jenny Hud. I mean, Jennifer, one of those awards that made her get that EGOT was also like as a producer.
That was the Tony.
That is what that was.
It was the Tony.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you're saying that you would get rid of Cynthia's not on here, is she? No, Katy Perry.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna get rid of the hood rhymists. I don't give a shit about. I mean,
reluctantly, I don't want to. I want to say that I would.
And I like SZA, but
I want to say that of the 3 of them, I know the least SZA songs. That's without a question true. Katy Perry has a lot of songs.
You know some of her. I don't know any. I Kissed the Girl.
California girls were unforgettable.
Oh, that was a popular song.
What? Baby, you're a firework.
That's Katy Perry.
These are all Katy Perry. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know her. I actually realized.
You make me feel like I'm living a
those are big songs.
Teenage dream. Yeah, that bitch was huge. Katy Perry was huge. Dark Horse.
I just don't know. I don't know her voice. That's what it is.
You're gonna hear me roar.
Oh, that was big. Yeah.
Those are all Katy Perry songs. She's huge.
Why the fuck was she on American Idol besides for the check or to sit by Lionel Richie?
Oh, it wasn't for the. Oh, it wasn't. Katy
It wasn't
Perry.
the check?
I mean, I don't think she needed the check. She might have just wanted something to do.
She must have just wanted to sit by Lionel.
I mean, because Katy Perry is. I mean, yeah, she's got. Katy does have bops.
Because that was like a 5-year stint.
Katy
That's a long
Perry's
time.
got like that album with like I think it's called One of the Boys. Is that when that Firework, Teenage Dream, all the California Girls was all like one album.
Yeah,
And then the Roar is like the next album. Yeah. Katy got some bops. She do. Some certified bops.
Wow. Now, I mean, SZA is a massive star too.
She is. I didn't want to. I said Katy Perry because I didn't want to take it from the black woman.
And I did.
But
they
like,
don't usually do
but
that.
realistically, of the people whose songs that it was going for, oh no. I definitely know more Katy Perry and Ariana Grande.
I'm only
SZA.
doing it on the premise that I don't. And I've told you.
I played Honeymoon Avenue today.
I love Honeymoon Avenue.
I was bumping that shit today in
I
the
love
LA
Honeymoon
traffic. I
Avenue.
was. It was awesome. Good.
She's probably not going to win the Oscar though.
I
Ariana,
I don't know who else she's up against. I haven't seen.
I saw the
movies.
list. I forgot.
I don't really watch movies. Like I only go to the movies when I have the pass.
And you don't have the pass
Right now.
You don't?
No.
Why do you not have it?
Because it was like $25 a month. I didn't have anyone to go with.
And no movies out that you want to see.
Not really, but now I live downtown, so I'm probably gonna get the pass because now I can just walk to the movie theater versus like before I had to
You
like
can walk to the Alamo.
to the Regal.
Walk to the Regal.
It's like a 10-minute walk, 15-minute
Okay.
walk. To the Regal? That big ass Regal near the ice near.
I don't think. I mean, I didn't know that. I just don't feel like you going to walk
I've walked to it.
to the Regal.
Yeah.
From your place.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've walked there twice.
Wow.
I'm trying to think of what movie I just saw. I just went to the movies with David. Was it with David? Yeah, I think I went to the movies with David. And we saw
Your old
something.
roommate, David.
And we saw one of them days. Let's talk about it.
Nice. Let's talk about it because I haven't talked about that with
We
you.
did talk about it because we were waiting to do it on the show.
Yes, we were,
But I wanted
and we
to go
didn't
see
mention it in like real life.
Yep, I did. Okay. I didn't like it. I thought it got better as it went on, but I really did not like that movie.
Because
I thought it was not very like well thought out. I just really didn't like it. It felt like a shitty version of Friday. I didn't think it was,
version.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that funny. You know what I thought was, you know what I do think? I thought SZA was funny.
SZA was funny.
I thought SZA was funnier than Keke Palmer, which is weird because Keke Palmer is really funny. And I laughed at SZA jokes. SZA is the one who made me laugh. And I just kind of thought, like, I was like, oh, I went to go see it. I really support, I like SZA. I like Issa Rae. I like everyone involved.
Yeah.
I spent money on it and gladly did.
Mm-hmm.
But I really didn't like the movie that much. B minus.
D.
B.
B minus.
B minus.
No, I thought it was. You asked me a couple weeks ago. Was it SZA like being SZA and Keke being Keke? And I said I'll answer that. I did think it was. There were parts of it that I didn't feel like they were really acting as characters.
I liked how there was the girl Debo. Like I liked how it was like a girl. It was like a
that
girl
was
movie.
great.
It felt like a female Friday.
Did I tell you that Adrian and I went and saw it in Baldwin Hills opening night? Mm-hmm. You've been to Baldwin Hills. I've been to Baldwin Hills. Opening night.
That's where we saw
Baldwin Hills.
Black Panther, right?
That is
Right.
probably opening weekend there too.
Right.
That was good because they fed us before.
They did.
You remember that? That was
I
good
do.
food too.
It was.
It
It
actually was
actually-
solid.
it
good.
actually was pretty
It was,
good.
I remember like thinking, oh, this is actually better than I thought. I was gonna eat it.
Niggery.
But it was all
Right.
hot top tier
It
nigger.
was great. Hot sauce and fried chicken.
People in their true black kente cloths.
Right.
But
I don't have no Canty Claus. I should get me some.
I should buy something else, especially during these Trump years. But
Right.
But so Adrian and I went, but you mentioned the girl, Big Booty Bernice. I think that was her name, Big Booty something, Bernice
girl-
Booty or something.
The one
with the red hair.
The Debo.
Yes. Well, Adrian and I went to the film. We liked it. We laughed. I thought it was.
Did you laugh a lot?
I did laugh.
I
a lot.
really did not laugh a lot.
I did laugh a
wanted
lot.
to laugh, and I was sitting there with David. I was like, "This is not." That
Did
funny.
Dave laugh?
Not really. We
No.
left it like it just wasn't that. It wasn't that fucking funny. It wasn't.
Was just you and him in the theater? Was people there?
No, there was people.
Were
in
they
there.
laughing?
Not really. It was not that funny.
I thought it was funny.
There was maybe some, I'm trying to think about what moment I thought was the funniest. Like I was.
What moment did I think was funny? There was a couple funny
I
moments.
feel like the movie got better toward the end. Like I feel like it took a minute for it to pick up its pace.
I thought that blood scene.
Like
was
I thought like
hilarious.
SZA just kept ruining stuff.
SZA?
Her character was just like stupid, just
Oh,
like
as a
ruining.
person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
character.
yeah.
I was like, there's no complication here. This is boring.
But it was
I was like,
to be like a buddy comedy.
no, I understand a buddy comedy,
Yeah.
but there just was no complication there because SZA's character just kept train wrecking things. And then what's her name's character, Keke Palmer's character, was just kind of like
What
there.
about Cat Williams' little
and then
cash
what's her
advance?
name is funny as fuck, and she didn't make not near a joke. The one who interviewed Keke Palmer.
The Mexican girl.
No, the black girl.
She played the nurse.
The one who interviewed Keke Palmer. The one who played the like manager, the black lady with the micros. It's
Micros.
She had micros. The one she went for the interview and then she got in a fight after the interview.
Right.
She goes to the interview.
Right.
And then she gets in a fight with SZA to break up the site outside the restaurant.
Oh, yes, we like her.
Of course, the one who she interviewed
she's
with.
She's pretty.
But she's a very funny actress.
She's from.
And she did not.
I mentioned you in the theater with Adrian because
she
wasn't.
Make
that
a
character
joke.
wasn't that funny.
She didn't.
She's gorgeous. She's in the Old Spice commercials with Deion Cole.
Yeah, she's.
And she also is.
I do not know her name.
I don't know.
I don't know her name. She's from. I know her. I first saw her in
Black Lady Sketch Show.
No, I first saw her before that. She is from that.
Yeah.
I first saw her in Blue Mountain State.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that is.
It was a show about like sports, about football.
Okay.
And she played like the girlfriend of one of the football players. And she wouldn't fuck the football player, but she was fucking everyone else at the school. She was like a huge whore, but she wouldn't fuck her football player boyfriend.
Yeah, I knew her because I think you and I,
so funny.
You and I have watched episodes of, and I'm not, as you know, that's not our relationship. It's really no one's relationship with me where I go and watch TV with you guys. Mm-hmm. I've done it with you a few times. And then I've done it with Adrian a couple times, probably her the most, and Tanisha every once in a while.
Her name is Gabrielle Dennis.
That is her name.
That's her name.
She did, well, I knew her from Black Lady Sketch Show, but wasn't she also in that series with Quincy Jones's daughter, Rashida, and Kenya Barris? The one that was on Netflix.
I know what you're talking about, Black as Fuck.
Yeah, was she in that?
I don't think
Maybe
so.
not.
Maybe I don't think so.
Maybe she had like a little feature or something.
She's in a lot of black stuff.
But you didn't find her to be funny in this role.
I think she's a hysterical comedian actress, but in this role she was not funny. I just didn't think the movie was that funny.
Pretty.
I did not think the movie was
like
that
looking
funny.
at her thinking she was so
I
pretty.
met the guy, the Mexican guy who was like the dishwasher.
Yeah.
I met him earlier. I met him last week.
Nice. Here?
Yeah. Or maybe at the other studio, right?
Nice.
I met him, like.
Oh, but I want to say something about Bernice, Big Booty Bernice, whatever her name was, the redhead. So me and Adrian are leaving, and we are walking out, and there's a crowd, and it's her. She's there.
Right.
Cutest thing though was that she had all her girlfriends wearing burgundy wigs.
Right.
So she had like 6 girlfriends. They all went to go see the movie together.
Right.
She was very nice. She had Adrian take a video of them, and they wanted to send it to the people.
I just really didn't like.
I liked it.
I really didn't like it that much. Like I wanted to like it. I really.
And I also like that it may be. I feel like I hope because it did pretty good with in the box office for.
Oh yeah, no, I would gladly spend my money on it, and
Right.
we'll go spend my money again on the next Keke Palmer led.
That's the
Black
thing. That's my
woman
point.
Film.
I hope
really
that
want to put that out there.
think that it's
I will go spend that money again
for sure,
without question.
We get to make shitty movies.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I love that.
I'm not
saying
Tyler
it's
Perry.
shitty.
Tyler Perry ain't the only one who can make shitty movies, right?
God no.
Right, he be making some stinkers, but he makes some good ones too. There are some good ones too. The ones that have more effort seem like they have more effort.
Oh, he's made some classics now.
The Family That Prays.
Listen.
Listen. There's some decent ones out there.
Kathy Bates
Diary
and
of a-
Afri Woodard.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Taraji and Sanaa Lathan.
These are good movies.
Also
Even what's the one with Janet Jackson?
I was just going to say that Why Did I Get Married series.
Right,
was
that was
solid.
good too. Yeah.
I did not like For Color Girls.
I didn't actually
That's when
watch
it got
that.
real bad.
I didn't watch that.
That was like I saw that with my mother at 20 years old, and
You doing the bending over? You doing the bending?
so you were doing the bending.
Right.
It was like Tyler, get help.
Right. Janet was acting. Janet was giving
Janet
us.
is a good. I like Janet as an actress.
Janet's okay.
Yeah, and we knew her as an actress before a singer. I mean, she started as a little kid on Good Times.
I didn't know that Janet Jackson, but I understand the concept of.
Yeah,
that
that's
Janet
what was.
Jackson.
She was Michael's sister who acted, and then she got a.
And then she became Janet Jackson.
What have you done for me lately?
Right. Period. What have you done for me lately?
That girl.
Right.
I mean, Control.
Period.
The Velvet Rope.
Period. So the other day, it was nighttime, comes out, DC, plane crashes, there's a plane crash in DC.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess because of the time of it all, it happened at like 9:00 on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So we saw it that evening.
We did.
But the rest of the world didn't see it until the next morning.
That is true. Yeah. Because I went to bed knowing about it.
Yeah, I went to bed knowing about it. It was not even like we had known about it. Now, of course, there's more. It can't just be like, oh, there's a plane crash and that sucks. The last plane crash was in like 2009.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was in Buffalo, New York.
I remember that.
I remember when it crashed. I think there was something. I think there was like ice on the ice on the wings or something, and the plane crashed. Whatever. I think everybody did die. It was like a winter thing and whatever. That's why when I'm on planes, when I see something that is off, I say something. I have said something before. I have seen some shit on plane and been like, I have been sitting in a plane, Oko, with me in the middle seat and two white men on the left and right of me. And I'm looking at this thing on the right, and I'm like, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that doesn't look closed. Like, that looks like that does not look right. This looks off. And I'm like looking at the two white guys. I'm like, hey, does that shit look off to you? And both of them were like, They both were like, and the one to my right was like, nah, that shit doesn't look right either. And the one to my left was like, nah, that shit don't look right either. Me and the one on the right are having a conversation about how it doesn't look right.
Okay.
Next thing we know, the thing closes. So we can't see it. Okay. I turn around. The one on my left and got up and got the pilot. The white man to my left had come up and got the pilot. And I had taken a video of it on my phone. I was like, hey, like this. I had taken because I was like, this. I was like, I don't know what this is supposed to look like, but this looks kind of funny. And I just want to be like, just like, let's make sure that this is right. And so they went and looked at it. They did go out and look at it. Okay. And he came back and he was like, it was right, but thank you for saying something because we do need vigilance from everybody to make sure that things are right.
Amen.
And I did appreciate that the pilot had said that. But whatever. So, but no, that white man. I asked these two white men. It was not just me being crazy. I was like, this doesn't look right. This does look strange.
Right.
I don't want my plane to crash. I don't got time.
But how do you? So, 67 people are dead.
67 people are dead.
It was a mid-air collision.
Yes.
A
Tragic.
lot
of kids. There was ice skating. Ice skating.
Yeah. There was a teacher, a professor from Howard, a black girl.
I didn't know that, but the Boston. The Boston like ice skating had an incident in 1961 where like 30 of their people like died en route to the plane crash, and like 30 some odd people from the Boston Ice Skating Athletics Association died in this crash. This was in 1961. They had ended up canceling the meet that they were going to out of respect to whatever. But then that's the same team, and like 13, 14 people.
And 30, there was a 34-year-old.
With relation to that team.
Right. There was a 34-year-old flight attendant, a black girl who also died. There was one of the pilots had a little kid. What was scary to me is that, because you fly way more than I do, I've been thinking of flying soon because I want to go and see my grandmother. Right. And it's been like almost a year. Right. And I knew after my maternal grandmother died that I wanted to go see my grandmother more. Right. And I think the reason I did not this last year was because work came for the holidays, and I just said, you know what, I need to work. I got to make money.
Because there's times when money is not coming in. Right. It makes more time.
So it looked like, because I may get a little busy for me, I look like after my birthday, I may be going for like a week or so in March. Right. And then I got to be back by the end of March though, because I have a big stint coming up with work. But So I don't fly. You do more than I do. But the idea that there are people on the flight who was texting, we can text, I'm on my way, be at baggage claim. And then, they were in that final descent. They were landing. Right. And it happens. It's absolutely petrifying. Like, it's hard. And those are the moments with life that it's just your time. There's nothing you can do. Right. Because you don't know a Black Hawk is coming behind you. And I don't know if that's true. Do we know who hit who?
We do know a couple things. The plane that was landing,
American Airlines.
The American Airlines plane was landing. Would have been the thing with the clearance to go. That would have been the thing. That would have been the thing with like the clearance to go to go forth. That would have been the thing that a helicopter can maneuver quicker, easier, and essentially see more. Right. From a helicopter's perspective. Right. It is I have heard it is easy to get disoriented in a helicopter. That's what happened to Kobe. That is easy.
But these are also Black Hawk firefighters.
But whatever it is about flying in a helicopter, they say it can become somewhat disorienting when you're in the clouds and you can't tell if you're going up or down or forward or like it's like a funny. They say it's actually a little disorienting in a helicopter, or it can be. I've read that before. I've never flown in a helicopter.
No, neither have I.
I've never flown in a helicopter. I do fly a lot. Yeah, it sucks. There's plane crashes. That's unpleasant.
Yeah.
It collides with a military helicopter. All the 64 people on the plane, the 60 passengers, the 4 crew, and the 3 military guys.
Right.
Everyone's dead. Right. Sucks. So during within hours of this of the disaster is Donald Trump talking.
Yeah.
And is talking about how it is a DEI. I got a couple things. We got to talk about DEI after this.
Yes, I want to.
But
I have some things I want to say about. I want to ask you something.
But we've been so he says, it's a DEI, which in DEI is the new code for Black people.
Yeah.
Which is
also can I say nigger?
Right. Yeah. Right. Right.
Say
Niggas. Right.
Because that's really what it is.
Right. Same thing as like the welfare queen.
Yeah.
Same thing as the word switches around all the time. But like this is the new one for niggas. So DEI, it's obviously a DEI's fault.
Right.
Because of and a reporter said how like the results are still conclusionary.
Right.
But if the pilot is white and the guy flying the helicopter was white, and the guy in the control room telling everybody where to fly and not to fly was white. How the fuck is it a DEI issue? Since DEI is the new word for Black people.
Also, statistically, when 95% of pilots are white.
Right. I don't think I've ever had a Black pilot. Maybe once.
95, we just read this stat. 95% of all pilots are white.
Right.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, I don't want to say that Black people get enough gollies and enough fun.
They do.
Just being on the goddamn ground.
Yeah.
When a siren pops up behind me, that gets my heart racing and my shit jumping for time. And
how inclusive are these institutions?
I just mean like I don't have any want to be up on no fucking plane. It's easy enough for me to die just being a Black man in America. I don't have to up it I don't have to add all these things to my profession. You know what I mean? I don't have to make it this much more complicated. That's why there's not a lot of Black astronauts either. Same thing. Physically, I'm sure niggas would be better astronauts because we're better at most stuff.
Amen. Say that
Physically, it just is what it is. But do you got any niggas who actually want to do it?
Say that again.
Right.
I do think, though, that I wonder, well, also there is that part about the firings that has happened with Trump.
Oh, got it.
Talk
Okay.
about that.
Let's talk about it. So, on January 20th,
Yeah.
Donald Trump fired the FAA director.
Yes.
Okay. On January 21st, Trump froze all air traffic controller hiring.
Yes.
On January 22nd, Trump disbands the Aviation Safety Advisory Committee.
Right.
On January 28th, Trump sends a buyout retirement ransom letter to existing FAA employees. And on January 29th, the first American mid-air collision in 16 years. 67 fatalities.
And on January 30th, he blamed Obama, Biden, Buttigieg, and DEI.
Right.
Because that's what he said.
Right.
Buttigieg wanted to say fuck you.
Obama? He blamed Obama too?
Oh, yes. That was how he started out. Endorse.
Obama, Biden.
Endorphism.
Obama, Biden, Buttigieg.
Endorphism.
Dwarfism.
He said that it was this is DEI, this is dwarfism. I don't know. You know what that's so strange to me is that this is a safe space because we've created this between me and you to be safe. I mean, I don't know what people listening to.
Right. They're like, burn them at the stake.
Fuck them all. Whatever. Right. But I do got to ask this, though, because I haven't even looked it up, but this is where great moments like this be.
Right.
I like what we do because I was recently looking back at a show. Now, I was looking at the one yesterday, talking to you after I hung up with you, and there's a moment where I say to you, where you have to explain to me that TikTok is in other languages.
Yes, there's TikTok in other languages.
That's the beauty of this. For me, that's the beauty of this show because that's a real moment.
Right.
But it's also like, why did I not know that?
Right.
But I'm going to ask this because I don't understand what he meant when he used dwarfism. Can dwarfs not be air traffic controllers?
Donald Trump is a rambling old man. Donald Trump
Like,
is a senile
So air
old
controllers,
man.
aren't they sitting down looking at like computers?
Air traffic control. It has nothing to do with dwarfism. That is literally just him rambling.
He's so full of
There's
shit.
nothing to pull out of that.
He's so full of shit.
There isn't some backwards meaning. This is no. There's no QAnon behind it. It's just mental degradation.
And Obama, it's like someone said on TikTok, Obama's been out of office for almost 9 years, Trump. Now,
Right.
when are you going to stop saying Obama?
Now, meanwhile,
to the point
it was
where
very
a
interesting
decade.
because I was, the plane crash had just happened.
Right.
It was 6 o'clock, so people on the West Coast were aware. I'm on Twitter.
Yeah.
And everyone's talking about, why are we politicizing this event? How is it Donald Trump's fault? Can't believe you guys are this and this and that. I say, yo, you guys, the way that people like to flip the scripts and to make everything. I have been, these last couple weeks, I've just been thinking, I'm like, how did we get here? And do you want to know who I think? There's like a couple people at blame. There's like two.
Okay, let's name them.
There's like two parties at blame. One is the poor whites
Okay.
who are voting against their own interests, and they don't recognize it. They've been doing that, but this they have been doing that. This is not new. The second issue is a new one, but it's right. This is just a very large group of people who's voting against their own interests, and it's very interesting that they vote for the billionaires when they make $30,000 a year. It's a very interesting
And can
concept.
we simplify that? Is it because they're white?
It's because
What
they're white.
else
And,
is
it's
it?
because they're white and uneducated. And Donald Trump.
You think that's the key part, the uneducated part?
The uneducated part. The uneducated part is very important because they don't understand that you can't count $1 billion in your lifetime. They don't understand that if these guys lost 99% of their wealth, they'd still be billionaires. They don't understand that Kentucky Care is Obamacare. They don't understand there's some fundamental
But
not
if you are
it's not to say that being educated is better or unbetter.
No,
it's not,
no,
nothing
no.
like that. But simply that it is a literal lack of understanding.
But here's my thing, because I think this is a great point to have a conversation about. But if you are a beneficiary of Medicare and Medicaid,
It's Kentucky Care, not Obamacare. We hate Obamacare, but Kentucky Care kept my father alive.
but when they have this little glitch, which is what they're calling it, was not a glitch. It was when a couple of days ago he shut all of it down for a couple of
They're
hours.
pro the billionaires, but they're getting ravaged by the opioid crisis.
And that is just uneducated. That's because they are not informed, or is it just because they're white?
It's two things. No. It's because they're uninformed. It's because their media is designed to uninform them.
So
their
they're
media is
watching things that are
just kind of
dumbing them down,
right? And that, and then that just kind of becomes the talking point. And if you just talk about something enough times, it becomes true. It wasn't, Donald Trump said "Sleepy Joe" a whole lot of times before we was yeah, Joe is kind of sleepy, ain't he? Before he was sleepy,
but never enough to not vote for him.
No.
And you taught me that.
I didn't say that.
No,
but what I'm saying is
I'm
that
really just saying it to show that.
But Donald saying "Sleepy Joe"
Right.
took on a thing. It became it grew. It just snowballed.
Kamala is incompetent.
It just keeps growing. You're how did you get to this?
Or
idea
trans people are trying to go in your bathroom.
Right. It's just if you tell people, if you politicize these ideas enough, and that's usually what they do. So the Republican side, at least from my viewpoint, they politicize things that are relatively trivial while they then do things on the background that are messy.
Right.
They do messy. They politicize little things like bathrooms, and then
Right.
then meanwhile they cut the FAA. They cut FAA funding. They do other things. They they allocate money for private schools, public money for private schools. They do those things in the background while they politicize these stupid trivial things at the top. Right. So we got the white people, the poor whites who vote against their interests. I think that the election was swayed by the racist Latinos. I think that it's all the Latinos that think and wish and pray that they're white who then voted for Donald Trump, and Donald did an about face and is taking you and all your grandmas back to Mexico.
ICE was right as I heard that ICE was right down the road from you the other day.
I'm sure they were.
At 7th and Fig.
I'm sure they were.
At 7th and Fig. I mean, that's literally your doorstep.
Yep, right there.
That's what I heard, and they're in Boyle Heights.
I am. It is,
and it's horrifying.
It is horrifying.
It's absolutely horrifying.
But it is. I don't know what else to do because the amount of Latinos who went and voted for Trump was wild. The number of Latinos who voted for Donald Trump versus the ones who voted for Biden in 2020 versus the ones who voted for Obama in 2008 and 12. They made an about face and voted for Donald Trump, and now are dealing with the consequences of it. And it sucks.
Was that also a fuck you to the black woman?
I think it's that. It wasn't a fuck you to the black woman.
And I'm saying that because Kamala was a black woman.
I want to say it was more a fuck you to women. I think Latino culture has women in kitchens and not in positions of power. I think that is inherently thing. That is, I think that is a thing.
Right.
I know that. But there is a whiteness to Latinos. Latinos have this thing. They're like the people who are like, I can't tell you how many things I've seen. Like, at least I'm not black. Mexicans who are like, at least I'm not black.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
or at least I'm not a nigga.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And so in this want for whiteness, and it's not all Latinos. I really want to put that out there. It is definitely not all Latinos. No.
Of course not.
Not at all. But there is a sizable portion who think that white is right, and then y'all went and voted for Donald Trump, and now it is y'all who will be paying the consequences. Other people will too, but you all will. And in the numbers of Latinos who switched who switched parties, the numbers of Latinos who turned out for Donald is more than there's more than the margin of error that Donald won by. More than in that demographic alone.
Right.
Because the niggas who didn't vote for Kamala, the difference was very small.
Yeah. I mean, 80% of black men voted for Kamala, and 92% of black women.
Right.
So, I mean, majority black people vote the right way.
The same way that we would have voted. Like that, it was right on brand. Give or take 1 or 2 points. But the difference between the difference between Latinos was like 10, 20 points. It was a huge swing. And yeah, this is
also
awful.
worth noting. I just saw this on New York Times yesterday that when they looked at the exit polls, gay, lesbian, bisexual, or trans, what do you think Kamala got percentage-wise, and what do you think Trump got for gay, lesbian, bisexual, or trans Americans, voters?
Gays?
Yeah.
Gays meaning men?
Gay, I think it's just LGBTQ. Gay, lesbian, obviously, because if lesbian is accounted for.
What are you asking? Are you asking for percentages
of
gay men who voted for Donald Trump?
What do you think is the percentage of where do you think they fell in? Like, how many do you think percentage-wise that...
Donald probably got 30% of the general total of LGBTQ. I can't break it down by demographic, but I imagine that the trans is like 90 to 10. I imagine that the gays is like 70 to 30. I imagine lesbians is in like a 75-25.
According to the New York Times, and this is accounting for all of them, gay, lesbian, bisexual, or trans, Harris got 86%, Trump got 12%.
That sounds right. I said something like that.
So that does sound right. I think, here's what I think about I don't know, like I do wonder though, because it scared me. I remember talking to you earlier in the last year, thinking that Palestine was enough to not vote for Joe for me. But I also...
Which I'd said was foolish then.
You did. You were not on the show, because we didn't talk about it on the show.
We didn't say that on the show?
Not that. Because
I don't know, but I definitely said that shit was foolish.
I was clear of knowing that I didn't want to talk about it on the show.
Right.
I talked about it with you, but I knew I wouldn't say it on the show.
Right.
But looking back on it, I also know that push come to shove, I was going to get to November and have to go fucking vote for Joe Biden, because at the time, Kamala wasn't even a thing. We didn't know she was going to be our front runner.
Right.
But around when the shooting happened, the attempted assassination of Trump happened.
Not the air quotes.
I would never say that he smeared Heinz ketchup on his ear.
Continue.
But that's also when we started hearing about Project 2025. And that's when I did say on this show, I got scared, because I believed everything they said was going to happen, and it's happening. My question is that why did that not scare people?
People are not smart. Most people are idiots, Oko. Not idiots. I'm sorry. I'm not saying this correctly. Most people are uneducated and do not recognize. Most people do not recognize that switching all of the social media to right wing is the same as burning all the books in 1939 Germany. People don't get it because they don't read, because they never read. People think reading is boring. People like TV. People don't recognize that TV is often based off of books. People forget these things. People don't like to, no one likes history, no one likes stuff, everyone wants to TikTok, everyone's got their 7-second, attention span. And so like, why does everyone not notice? Because most people are not that fucking smart. And it just is what it is.
And here we are.
Quite literally. Here we are.
DEI.
Which is such an interesting concept. So now we have this new term for black people. Yeah. Right? It changes every couple years. And so now we've got DEI. What like the,
And the whole word is diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives.
Now, what is super interesting about DEI, like welfare queen, which is the one that I think of most similar to. Yeah. I think there's one or two in the middle of those words. Yeah. For sure. But like,
I mean, woke.
Woke had it. Woke. Yeah. These are all, and only white people are woke. This is an interesting concept. Like black people are not woke. That's a very interesting. Yeah. So so DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. The biggest recipients of DEI services grants is obviously white women.
Yes.
Right. And the next, I think, largest one is...
I want to say something. I'm not saying that. Go.
The next one is Latinos. The next one, the third one is veterans.
Yeah.
Fourth, disabilities.
Of course, yeah.
Fifth, I think, is Asians.
Yeah.
And then in sixth, at 4% of DEI initiatives, is black people. 4% of DEI initiatives are black people. 4% of DEI initiatives are black people. The bulk of DEI initiatives, like welfare recipients, are white women. One more time. The bulk of DEI grants, benefits, the beneficiaries of DEI programs, the bulk recipients of them are white women. Just like welfare. So now we got black people getting blamed for shit that doesn't really affect us. Black people are 13% of the population and 4% of DEI holders. Okay? Thank you.
In a country of 350 million people.
Right. Yeah. So there's not a whole lot of DEI people out there. Donald Trump says we just got to make sure that the best guy has the job.
Meritocracy.
The best guy has to have the job. The head of
He's the opposite of meritocracy.
The head of the what did I just see? Okay, so Lloyd Austin served as the 28th United States Secretary of Defense under President Biden. He was a brigade commander, division commander, corps commander, multinational corps commander, United States Forces commander, vice chief of staff of Army, United States Central Commander, awarded a Silver Star and a 4-star general. Okay. Pete Hersgraff, whatever the fuck his name is, was in the National Guard for a few years and then a Fox News host.
Yeah, commentator.
But Donald is saying we need to make sure that the best people have the job.
Sister-in-law or sister or mother, and people have literally wrote into Congress saying
that he's knocking the fuck out his wife. He's sitting here beating that bitch senseless.
And a predator.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
One thing about DEI, because I want to shame some of these companies. So in the wake, DEI initiatives really took hold in 2020 with George Floyd.
Right, when everybody had
white people felt bad.
Right, yeah, they did.
They had only openly seen a nigga need to death.
Right.
Not that we know that they have been killing us for centuries.
Right.
But it harkened back to the 60s. I mean, white people said that lynchings were not real until they showed Emmett Till. It's in my bag. Until they showed Emmett Till brutally killed in a casket, we were being told that it was not real. I had a friend of mine named Esther who years ago said to me her mother was a communist here in LA, and she would get magazines and they would show lynchings, and this is in the 40s because Esther was born like 39, 38.
Right.
She said she asked her mother what is going on. She said that's what they do to black folk or Negroes in the South.
Who said this?
My friend Esther.
Esther, what color is Esther?
Esther's white. She's a Jewish woman.
Okay.
She was a kid. She had never seen none of this she went to like Fairfax High.
Right.
So she was so fascinated and intrigued that she took the magazines, the communist magazines, to her classroom. This is when they used to have show and tell. Mm-hmm. And she showed it to the teachers, and the teacher grabbed the magazine and said, that's not real. That's propaganda. They're actors.
Right.
These are actors hanging from trees.
Right.
So
they hanging niggas in the South today.
Yes, they are. So coming to 2020, they did this initiative where obviously they went to feeling bad. And
cops today are saying that black kids are going to Walmart buying ropes and hanging themselves from trees. 2025.
Companies.
I'm not joking.
No, I know that. Yeah, I know you're not joking.
I'm referencing a story from this month.
Yeah, I was just letting it sit. I have nothing to know. So since 2020, you had companies like Apple and Costco and Ben and Jerry's and all these places, Netflix,
right,
all went to like putting like into their system hiring not just black people.
I know Ben and Jerry's didn't do no funny shit.
No, they didn't.
Ben and Jerry's. I was like, I love Ben and Jerry's.
No.
I didn't been to Ben and Jerry's place.
I'm gonna name some of them. So,
not their place, but I've been to the factory.
So
in Vermont, it's nice.
Since Trump's gotten in office and have used DEI as the new nigger word,
right.
Here are some of the companies in our audience, and you and me, myself, we can take it for what it is. Here are some of the companies that have announced that they're ending their policies on DEI hiring.
Do them slowly so we can name alternatives.
Yes, Target.
Okay, I guess we go into Walmart. I guess we go into Amazon. I guess.
Hey, this is hilarious.
Yeah, just shoot yourself.
This is comedy here.
Right. So we can't go to Target or Walmart or Amazon. Well,
go to your mama house, bitch.
Right.
Go to her house.
Do without.
do without.
Do without.
Had 2 fish and one loaf of bread.
Go to 7-Eleven. Target and Walmart and Amazon.
Yeah. McDonald's
shit.
Is ending theirs. Ford Motor.
McDonald's can only afford to hire Latinos and poor people.
They're ending theirs. Harley Davidson.
That's not nice, but that's true.
Harley Davidson, Lowe's.
Well, they didn't like niggas, no.
Yeah,
way.
Lowe's, John Deere, and
Lowe's too.
Yeah, Lowe's, John Deere, and Tractor Supply.
Well, I wasn't going to John Deere. But
I don't know what Tractor Supply even is.
Home Depot is known Trump supporters. They loved him. Home Depot is Trump supporters. Yeah, for sure. So they never had no DEI initiatives, I'm sure. But
that's funny. I just told someone about Home Depot. It's such a foreign. I went to Home Depot with Sakina one time, and it's such a foreign thing to me that she's a builder. I was just standing there,
right?
While she looked around. Right. She said, "You never came in." I said, "No. Only time I've ever known about Home Depots is because I heard that people do some frisky things in the bathroom."
Really?
That's the type of queen I am.
Right. Okay. Funny. I like Home Depot. You know, it's funny.
But you also are I'm
handy. I go to Home Depot.
You also are good with your hands.
Right.
You also is a child of a carpenter. So right. You know this. You know this. I do not.
I've spent many an hour in Home Depot.
It is completely foreign to me. I have no desire. I find it to be absolutely. I like that the owls are big.
I don't like that Lowe's did that because the thing about I don't prefer to go to Home Depot. I will go to Lowe's usually because Home Depot's super Trump supporting, and they were 8 years ago.
Right.
But I tried. I was like, okay, Lowe's is far, and I don't want to go to Home Depot. So I was in LA going to hardware shops trying to find what I was looking for. Nigga, when I tell you I couldn't find nothing in these damn hardware shops, they just had everything everywhere. I was asking the people. They did not really speak English. It was a whole thing. I did have to inevitably go to Home Depot to buy what the fuck I was looking for. I did.
Here are the few companies that have said that they are committed to DEI. Apple.
Oh, I'm sure. Apple got more money than America.
Costco.
Okay.
Costco. I actually know a couple family members who have actually...
And that's the niggas who own Walmart. That's Costco and Walmart are the same people.
Well, I don't know why why it's being different here, though. And I've saw this multiple times that Walmart was ending it and Costco was
Walmart and Costco are owned by the same people. Costco is bulk.
See that if that's true, because I don't understand what's the discourse, though.
Walmart is bulk Costco.
But why are people saying that Walmart is ending it?
I'm like 95% sure. Keep going.
Okay, Ben and Jerry's.
So I know. I told you Ben and Jerry ain't doing it. Ben and Jerry is definitely they keep it $1.50.
And JP Morgan. Would that be Chase?
That's Chase.
Good. That's my bank. That's your bank.
That is my bank.
Yeah, so that's nice.
What are we looking up?
Who are Walmart and Costco the same owners? Because people
Who owns Costco. Costco is a public company owned by a variety of institutes. Do they not own? I thought Walmart owned Costco.
I don't think so.
I guess not.
Yeah, I think that's why there's a difference there. Yeah.
I thought Walmart owned Costco.
No, I think no. Walmart owns Sam's.
That's what it is.
Sam's.
Walmart owns Sam's Club.
That's what you
That's
think.
what it is. That's
Yes.
what I'm confusing.
Sam's.
Because Sam's Club is like the same thing.
Especially on the East Coast.
Right. Okay.
And
That's
I
what it
know
is. I'm like, wait, Walmart owns
Sam's.
Okay, that makes sense.
I know. I have a cousin who was actually saying that they're going to end their Sam's membership and go to Costco in Florida because of this DEI stuff.
I will go get a Costco because I don't need to go to Sam's Club. I was just talking to Twan about that. I need to go do my bulk shopping, my toilet paper.
Do you have a card? You have a card?
I don't, but I should probably get one.
I know someone you could go with too, though.
Who?
Andy.
Oh yeah,
That'd be a great little thing for you.
that sounds like so fun.
Yeah, you should reach out.
Yeah, me and Andy go get lunch in Costco.
He would love that.
That would be so much fun.
He would love that.
That would be so much fun. I would love that.
Andy has a Costco membership.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always good to know.
That in mind, yeah.
But Target, so today a couple civil rights activists actually marched outside of the headquarters of Target demanding that people start boycotting them. My question for you is that in this new age where DEI is a slur and where
I will stop going to Target. I had started going to Target, and then people was like, "Oh, we're not doing Target," and it only took like 2 niggas to tell me not to go to Target anymore, and I was like, "Okay."
my question is, outside you answer that part, but my question is from a bigger standpoint: how do we protest Trump in this age for the next 4 years? What does protest look like?
We gotta have a show. We gotta do this.
Well, we do. Yeah.
This is a good way for personally. This is how we protest.
Yeah.
We get to do where we can have our own platform and say the things that we want to.
Right.
You know.
But for the person who's listening who lives in Florida who doesn't have that, how do they just not go to Target and Walmart? I mean, it's a lot of food deserts.
If you can't go to Target or Walmart, right, you got to go to the Smart and Final, to the Stop and Shop.
That's the
and
part.
No one likes a grocery store with an in it. Smart and Final.
No.
Stop and Shop.
Pick and save.
Pick and save. Oh Lord.
Pick and save.
God.
How
do we protest Trump?
Yeah.
Because we're living in like straight up like fascist times.
We are living in fascist times.
This is crazy.
Can I also read that?
This is crazy.
They say that tariffs are coming to play like this weekend, meaning things are going to go up.
Right.
This is what they're expecting. That here we are. So this weekend, 25% tax increase will kick in on every American. He's doing this by implementing import taxes on America's biggest allies and trading partners. Here's a list of some of the common food items that you can expect to increase. Avocados will go up 25%. Bell peppers will go up 25%. Beans will go up 25%. Tequila will go up 25%.
So that's just everything from Mexico.
Yeah, from Canada, you have eggs and beef, 25%.
Eggs are expensive as a motherfucker.
I don't even eat them. And
I went to the grocery store, and eggs really, actually, for like 12 eggs, Oko, is like $8 or $9 in LA.
I saw them in the Korean market when I was in Koreatown the other day, in between like a dog sitting meeting. They were 10.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, eggs are a little expensive.
Lobster is going up 25%. We won't be able to eat seafood bags.
Well, I wasn't eating.
You won't eat that much anyway.
I wasn't eating too
no,
much
I don't have.
seafood.
Who got so like this is. We could have. This country could have voted a different way, but hey.
My grandma's passport is blue.
You know what it sounded like you said? Your grandma.
That's what I said.
You did?
I said my grandma's passport is blue.
Great. I thought I was drunk. Then.
Oh no!
You know, I always hear the word grandma.
I said my grandma's passport is blue. Ernestine's passport is blue. Okay.
That is hilarious. I thought I was hearing things.
Y'all ain't taking me nowhere.
I thought I was hearing things. While we were there, so there was this new senator in Mississippi, a black man. So he let you know he need Jesus and a bit ass whipping.
I told you, like the first smart black Republican guy. Like,
this is the Republican senator, a Mississippi State senator. He's filed a bill to be enacted called the Contraception Begins at Erection Act bill.
Oh.
They're calling it the Erection Act. My God.
The contraception begins at erection.
Yeah. He said, which would make it unlawful for a person to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilize an embryo.
Oh.
So he said no nutting, no bucking, no jacking off. Unless you are intending to impregnate someone.
People are mentally unstable. He said that he put that out as he was jerking off.
I'm sure he was. He's a sick person.
The
niggas on Black Twitter is calling it the "Don't You Dare Bust a Nut Act."
Don't you dare bust a nut. No No nuts a bussin'.
And according to the senator, since he's proposed it, he's been getting and receiving an unlimited amount of death threats from people.
Right, because he's an idiot.
Because you're dumb.
Right.
You're dumb. Y'all don't let Trump make you lose your whole mind.
Donald Trump done let them lose their whole minds already.
He's an
It's already
anomaly.
happened. Too late.
He's an anomaly. I hope people recognize that what the freedom that they allow him would not be afforded to everyone.
Definitely no niggas.
Definitely, especially not a nigga talking about
not you out here. You in Mississippi?
You get your head right.
You do a chocolate man from Mississippi? I don't see that going well for you, stud. I don't.
Real quick, will you slap Trump for $1 million?
Would I slap Trump?
Yeah.
For $1 million?
Yeah. I want to start with that question.
Would I slap Trump for $1 million?
You going to jail?
I am. I don't know.
It ain't worth it.
I don't think that's worth it. Not $1 million. Because I'm going to jail
you're
for a while.
going to jail.
I'm going to jail for a while.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to Guantanamo.
You're going to, yes.
You're going to Guantanamo. You slap Donald Trump across the face? Oh, I'm going to Guantanamo.
Right, everywhere them January 6th left, you will enter.
Them Secret Service dudes is going to fuck me up.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to Guantanamo. With my fucked up face.
I wish they put it up to more than $1 million, though.
$1 million's not enough.
No, it's not. Because
50 million? Probably.
Maybe. But even 50 million.
I slapped taste out of that nigga's mouth for 50 million.
You'll still be in jail.
Donald, I slapped taste out your shit for 50 million. I will. I'll go to Guantanamo for like 2-3 years. That's okay.
God.
For 50 million? 3 years? And you the nigga, and then when you get out, you the nigga who slapped the taste out of Donald Trump mouth?
That's funny.
Not a bad deal.
Talk about Bruno Mars and Sexy Red song.
I really am just like...
What is it called?
So first of all, the most listened to person on the planet for many, many, many years.
That's why I got him up here.
Well, was The Weeknd.
Oh, okay. I got him up here for that reason.
Right.
Yeah,
He was The Weeknd. And then for a second, Taylor Swift
I love that
took
you know
over.
when I'm going there. That's
You know,
why
I read stuff. I'm paying attention. You know, The Weeknd...
And we've done it the way you can follow where I'm going.
The Weeknd was the most listened to person for a long time, and I was like, oh, that makes sense, because, you know, people love niggas. And then...
They're the same type of nigga too, aren't
and then Taylor Swift kind of like took, they're like light skinned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson,
Ambiguous.
Beyonce, we like them light skinned.
I mean, but Michael was niggery. You didn't look at Michael and think that he was a black man, though?
Not when he was really white and doing Remember the Time. No, I don't think so.
I guess not.
Right. No. Not at all. So Bruno dropped this record a couple months ago called I think it was called Apartment, APT.
Okay.
And it's like, and what I like about K-pop, it's with this K-pop girl. And so they're saying
remember
like,
hearing that. Yes.
because it's like apartment, APT.
Okay.
But because it's like Asian, they sometimes take words and play with them funny.
Okay.
So instead of saying apartment or apt, she's saying Okay. This came out a couple months ago. And this took Bruno Mars, the song is massive, and took Bruno Mars into a whole, and the people listening to this record generally are completely different people than was his original audience. Bringing Bruno Mars' listener base up, skyrocketing from like 60, 70 million up to like 150 million people, which is crazy.
Okay.
And then he dropped this record with Sexy Red. Also, again, a lot of people who are listening to Sexy Red, are they listening to Bruno Mars? Debatable. Like, he's doing a good job. Bruno Mars has done a very good job of like spreading out. Like that record with Gaga, these are all very different audiences.
Okay.
These 3 Bruno collabs that have come out in the last like 6 months.
Right.
The Rose or Apata, the Die With a Smile with Gaga, and then this one with Sexy Red. They're just like 3 different collabs with 3 different women, and they're all very different.
Right. And just making sure
Which is how his listeners got up to 150
Right,
million.
but I'm following this because I want to make sure. He's also in that group with Anderson .Paak, right?
Silk Sonic.
That's him?
But that's not counting in that monthly listeners.
But I'm just making sure this is Bruno.
That is also Bruno
Okay,
Mars.
not Weeknd. I get him like, I don't know who it is. So it's Bruno and...
Anderson .Paak.
Which is Silk
Sonic.
I almost said Silk the Shocker, but that is a rapper.
Silk Sonic.
Got it.
And
Very popular.
Very popular. The Grammys really like Bruno Mars. They always have.
Okay.
He's got quite a few. He's very good live. You know, Bruno Mars is very talented. But just this, over the last like 6 months, he's dropped these records that are all in very different realms. Yeah. So that Lady Gaga realm is giving us US pop.
Okay.
That Apata record, Apartment record, is giving us like K-pop, totally different market. Sexy Red, totally different market. And like, cause to me, that Apata shit and the Gaga one, I don't listen to either of those.
Okay.
I know about them, but I don't listen to either of them. That Sexy Red shit, I've been playing that shit. And that's the thing with
Are
Bruno
they
Mars.
going number 1 on iTunes?
I don't know if they're number 1 on iTunes at the moment, but I know that realistically, someone likes one of those 3.
Okay.
And they're all different. Die with a Smile, Apata, what's the name of Sexy Red? Fat, Juicy, and Wet.
I haven't listened yet.
It's called Fat, Juicy, and Wet. Fat, Juicy, and Wet. I don't even gangbang, pussy so good, make me throw up a set. That good kitty, making my pet.
My Lord. My God.
Pretty pussy type of pussy you ain't never gonna forget. Ha, fat,
Jesus.
juicy, and wet.
Okay.
It's hot. And
hot.
also we haven't had, it's hot. The record is hot. But we also haven't had Horny Bruno. That's new.
That is very new.
That's new.
That's why it's
Bruno, 40 years old. All right, tell me about some pussy you swimming in. That's hot. I was like, whatever, that's cool.
Is he married?
No.
Is he gay?
I don't think so. But that wouldn't super surprise me. I hope that's not offensive to
not
Bruno.
for us to be
Not
talking
to
about
us, but I don't know if I think like because I like Bruno Mars. I don't want because I like Bruno Mars, but I don't and he has never really struck me as gay. Not really, but like that's possible. That's interesting that you say that.
Yeah, I'm just
because he
wondering.
is 40 and been linked to no women.
I never knew this.
He's never really been dating anyone for like 15 years that we've known Bruno Mars in the spotlight. Might be gay.
Is he the one that did? He had a hit with which I actually like, him and Cardi B. Was that Bruno? I actually really like that song.
Finesse.
I thought that was a great song.
Dripping in finesse.
But I think you were going to lead to him in Spotify.
150 million monthly listeners. The first guy to ever cross that number.
Incredible. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
I don't know what the fuck they listening to, but okay.
That's a lot of people.
How many albums have he done?
Bruno Mars, maybe like 5?
Has he been out 20 years?
No. His first song is I Would Catch a Grenade.
Yeah, I remember
for
that.
you. I think that's his first single. It's either that or I Want to Be a Billionaire so fucking
It won't be
bad.
that one. That sound like
Buy
that's.
all of the things
I didn't know that was him.
never had. He's been popping forever. But he's been. When I Was Your Man. When how's that song go? I take myself dancing in love with another man. I don't know, something. Bruno Mars is cool.
Good for him. I saw that listeners, and I thought that was incredible.
That's a lot of people. He's super rich.
That is a lot of people.
There's like this thing. There's like this rumor that like he was playing in Vegas because he owes like the mob a bunch of money.
I've heard that too.
Which is so funny. And he was like, I'll go with that. That's a cool thing. He's like, because Bruno Mars is rich as fuck. Bruno Mars is super rich, and he's a songwriter. So he
Okay.
he writes most of his shit. So Bruno Mars is getting points.
Speaking of songwriter, and I'll be clear to not talk too much because I told someone that we have this show and they may listen. But I want to say this because it's funny. So I know someone who's a songwriter who was interviewing them for a job. They go through the interview. Whatever this job is, this person had already told them their rate. This is how much I'm going to charge you.
Okay.
So they have the interview. They meet, they do whatever. They're on their way out, and the person that I know says, "Oh, let me show you my songwriting room." And in this side room is Leona Lewis's Gold record, Demi Lovato, good old Selena Gomez.
Right.
The person looks around and says, "Oh, this is nice." They walk out, and on the way out, the person says, who is already said their rate. They says, "By the way, I told you the wrong price." It's a little more.
It just went out.
And when I tell you, the songwriter said to me, just the idea that they didn't notice that.
So they told the rate, then they saw how
Saw
much
the
money this
gold
bitch
records.
has. No, I'm sorry. I did tell you the wrong.
saw
price.
the gold records and literally
Right.
put it up $20.
Oh, I've had to up prices before.
You don't do it like that,
No,
though.
not like that. But I have.
Because they didn't get the job.
I have definitely.
But I thought that was so
I
funny.
have 100% given someone a quote, and then I've done this before, where like I was writing up a quote, and the quote was gonna be for like maybe like $1,000, and I just added another $250, just cause. I hadn't come up with what it cost yet. I was just when I was coming with what I was like, what am I gonna charge for doing this? I was like, oh, it'll be $1,000, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it, $1,250. And you know what? Every time they're like, oh, okay, word.
I thought that
Charge more money.
I thought that was so funny, but I also made me realize that like.
Oh, and when you're negotiating with someone and you tell them a price and they're like, oh yeah. When you tell someone a price, they immediately are like, great. You should have charged more money.
Yeah. I will say that lately,
If I'm like $1,000, they're like, oh, great, yes. Oh,
I never do this, but I have learned that sometimes it is worth hitting up the Google and typing the person's name in.
See what they worth, what you think they worth.
See what they do.
In LA, that's worth it. For sure. In LA, that's worth it.
It made me know how to go in it, knowing what to do.
Right.
Because I had already had an idea of, okay, but I thought that was funny when this person said to me, and just how shameless it was. She said, literally 20 minutes before, even leading up to it, this is the rate. Softly on Lewis on the wall and Demi Lovato and said, let me go up $20.
That's funny.
I wouldn't have done that.
I probably wouldn't have done it for $20 because, like,
no.
And you can just up the rate later.
That part, I actually would have done it differently.
I was thinking about upping my rates.
Yeah, up them.
Just across my client base. I was thinking about just being like, oh, it's 2025, you know, inflation, girl.
Yeah.
It was.
It was 25. If you like bacon.
Well, I'm like, if it's 225,
if it's going up 25%.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if it was 225 for me to do this before, I feel like now it's like 250.
We all gonna be up in ours as Trump.
Right. Oh yeah, these prices is fit to go up. Oh, don't let everything start costing more. My prices will go up in this motherfucker. Don't even twice. Don't come for me.
I mean, if Medicare and Medicaid and food stamps, I mean, it's already said that they're stopping PrEP.
What are they stopping about PrEP?
I mean, read this because I did want to. This is a gay show with niggas, so we should talk about some of these. Like, this is an important topic. I made sure I screenshotted it. So this was the other day, and I was like, "Oh God, Trump, go away." So here's what it is. Trump pauses the disbursements to programs supplying HIV treatment worldwide. PrEP, which is estimated to have delivered life-saving treatment to as many as 25 million people in 54 countries, will be facing a funding delay as long as 180 days.
Oh, I mean, everybody's just going to be, this is going to be like last time. We're just going to be lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. And Donald Trump's team was not good with the lawsuits last time. They notoriously are not good at that.
Someone tweeted that of all things so far, the shutting down of PrEP worldwide could be the most catastrophic. It ends access to life-saving HIV prevention drugs to millions across the global south, halting a program that saved 25 million lives. So, yeah, I mean... Welcome to America. You know the rapper Lil Yachty?
Lil Yachty.
Mm-hmm. What does he sing? You know,
I Spy. That's like the song that, like, his most popular song, I would say.
Is this new?
No. It's a song with Kyle. You remember when we were at that art show and we ran into Kyle? It was the same night I think we ran into George Carlin. Not George Carlin.
What?
George, the black guy. We ran into Eric Andre.
I was with you.
Yes, it was. We were at an art show.
George Clinton.
We ran to. Okay,
it was George Clinton's show.
It was George Clinton's show.
Yes.
We ran to Eric Andre.
Yes, we did.
And Kyle.
Oh, I have no recollection of this.
Kyle's like this rapper that I like.
And you told me he was Kyle then?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I like that rapper, and then I went to go talk to him for a couple minutes.
Oh, I remember Eric Andre.
Lil Yachty's most popular song is with Kyle. It's called I Spy.
Well, Lil Yachty was
That's his most like commercial song.
Lil Yachty was on Shannon Sharp's show.
Okay.
And he revealed that he blew through a ginormous amount of money when he was 18 years old. He had secured a bag of $1.3 million of a record deal.
Okay.
And he told Shannon that he spent the money in 1 week on cars, things for his family, and more luxury items.
$1.3 million is not that much money.
Right. This is when he was 18, so I don't know when that was. Is he young?
He's younger than I am.
Okay. He says, quote, I fucked that money up so quick, but all wasn't lost.
$1.3 million is really not that much money.
It's not. But in a weekend?
I mean, you could buy a house in L.A. in a weekend with that. It's not that much money.
All wasn't lost.
And that's not a very nice house either.
No, not here.
Your $1.2 million house, that really wasn't shit.
All wasn't lost. Yachty shared that millions kept coming in, so he's fine.
Rich. Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine, but it made me want to ask, like, and I saw this on somewhere else. If you become a millionaire overnight,
that's very interesting. You're talking about.
If you become a millionaire overnight, what's the first thing that you would buy?
If I became a millionaire overnight,
right?
The first thing I would purchase, my car.
That you already have. You would just buy it. You would just pay it off.
I'd pay it off.
Okay,
that'd be the first thing I did. And that would be me spending $20,000. So that wouldn't be like nothing. If I just had some money like that, that's what I would do.
You know what I would do? I would get my I would
do that if someone gave me like as much as like if I had it's $20,000. If I was given like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, I would pay off my car.
I would get my own place.
Would you?
I think I would. I'm fine with it, yeah. I think, yeah, if I have $1 million, if I just wake up in the morning and have $1 million, what's the point?
What's interesting about living alone is that like
But
it's not
here's
about
what I
affording
also-
how to live alone. Like living alone is different. It's
Right,
not,
but here's what I would also do, though. I would also make sure, like, this is just my thinking, I would also make sure that I get my own place and at least for 6 months could play, or maybe for a year, pay my current rent, too, for my roommates.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because I wouldn't.
I guess if I had $1 million, I'd probably cut the rent from me and Twan too.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to like leave them.
I'd
Like,
probably, I'd probably cut the rent from me and Twan.
Yeah, it's like I would just say, nah, I'll be leaving. But here.
No, I wouldn't probably be going, but I'd probably pay the rent. I'd probably be like, all right, well, that's fine. I can cover it.
Because I don't drive, so cars won't mean anything. I can't buy a fucking chicken joint. I could buy a chicken joint, but I don't want to do that part of stuff. And you know what I would
$1 million is interesting because it's not that much money. That's what's interesting about it. It's really not that much money.
But I also would, you know what I also would do? If I get $1 million tomorrow, I would also get a few of you guys who I really like right now and say, let's go to eat. All of it is on me.
Oh, yeah.
I would do that.
Oh, yeah.
I would do that.
For sure.
Yeah, I would do that.
I would do that too.
Yeah, that would be one thing.
If I got a nice, oh yeah, we can go to a very nice dinner. That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, let's eat a geeky. Now in Los Angeles, like you said, you will be reaching a bottom soon with $1 million here.
That's just not that much
It's
money.
not that much. You know, you don't lose, don't quit your job.
You can't make too many expensive purchases.
Don't quit your job. I did hear
you got
that.
$1 million. You can't make a bunch of expensive.
I didn't write it down, but I heard that Angel Reese said on the podcast recently that she retired her mother.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very nice.
These bitches are rich. They're making a lot of money.
Yeah, and she's getting some big endorsements.
They're like, that's a lot of money.
I think Oprah, I had heard say that when she first got those, when she realized how much money she was bringing in from the Oprah show after going nationally, two of the first things she ever did was like retire her mom and dad.
Right.
And there have been times in my life where I didn't think that if I had money, that's what I would be thinking of doing. But nearing 35, even with the relationship that I had with my mom and father, I would do that. I would do that for both of them.
My mom's pretty close to retiring. Anyway.
Well, mine is more closer than yours. Mine retires, yes.
When does your mom retire?
Like next year.
I think mine does too.
Yeah, but I mean older. But my mom is also going to work again. Like she's just moving and whatever.
No, my mother's retiring.
Right, yeah. No, mine is retiring, but also wanting to work some more.
No, she still wants to work, but she's retiring with the pension.
Mine is next year. Yeah, my mom turns 60 next year.
No, I think my mother's retiring.
Yeah, your mom's not 60 though.
No, she's not. She's retiring at like 55.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right. Yeah, my mom would actually turn 60 next year.
Oh, that tracks. We're rough. So how far away apart in age? Like 6 years?
What?
How far are we apart in age? Like 6 years?
Who?
You and I.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That tracks. Yeah, like it's very much an interesting time. I'm like excited, kind of, like for this next chapter.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm just gonna get money and I'm gonna let Donald die.
I hope we live this. I hope we gonna live to see it. But I hope it's.
I'm definitely gonna live to see Donald Trump die.
Yeah, I hope it's whenever.
Most definitely.
I hope it's whenever.
We'll be sitting right here. I'll be like, look at this motherfucker. He dead. Crazy.
When are we done?
Probably.
We probably done.
We have anything else we need to talk about?
I was going to mention Mary J, but go on.
What about Mary J. Blige?
So Mary J, in an interview recently, promoting an upcoming Lifetime movie.
Ew.
I don't know what it's about.
I'm not watching.
Must be her life.
Mary J. Blige movie, Lifetime. I'm not watching.
It's going to be sad.
Seems boring.
It's sad too. She's had a tough one in the beginning. The Grammy winner revealed that to People magazine that she had to let someone go from her team after part of her upcoming tour set list was revealed online, leaked online.
Okay.
She says, quote, "Yeah, I guess I was pissed and I fired someone because of it."
Who gives a shit about Mary's tour list?
I thought that was interesting too.
Who fucking cares? Mary, you are not Taylor Swift. You are not Beyonce. You lappy. You need your tour list to leak, Mary, so niggas know that you playing songs that people want to go see.
I think
because if you doing a show and you ain't playing Just Fine and you ain't playing What's the 411, bitch, I'm not going. So if you want to do, if all you doing is the London sessions and Kitchen, I'm not gonna be there.
But if you knew someone, if you had this top,
Mary J. Blige fans who know, if you actually know Mary J. I just dropped a bunch of Mary.
Of course, we know people that our listeners.
I just dropped a bunch of Mary. Like I wasn't ripping that bitch to shreds. I was being honest. Like I'm like, Mary, if you're not playing the bops,
she's playing
girl,
the
I'm not
bops.
going. Right.
Yeah, but
I'm like, and meanwhile, so it's like I can pretty much tell you what's on Mary J. Blige's motherfucking set
that's
list.
the part
so
that's
what do you
interesting,
what do you
like,
mean? Like you so mad you gonna let a bitch go because they leaked the set list?
I mean, it's not like it isn't like
you ain't got that many records, Mary. You ain't that popping. You not Mariah Carey, bitch.
She's sold over 100 million records.
That's not. You heard what I said. Mariah Carey got boppity bop bop bops. Like you're like, oh, look at all of these damn songs.
You said a few though. You said a few just then of Mary's.
I know.
She have a lot.
Mary got like how many Mary J. Blige songs I know?
You name them.
I know everything on the Breakthrough.
Of course.
And I know a lot of was the 411.
Yes, I'm going down.
And I know some of those.
No more drama.
Some of those London sessions I know too.
And no more drama.
No more pain. No more pain. No
and
more
what
pain,
album is that Just Fine on? That's a massive song.
Did you know Keke Palmer's in that video with her and Ludacris?
Yes.
She was just
talking about that.
I didn't realize that was her because I hadn't thought about that song in forever. But that's a good song. See, little Keisha only 10
And Just
years
Fine
old,
was massive.
trying to figure out why the world is so cold.
Do you like Just Fine?
Just fine, 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 fine.
Ooh. But yeah, she's embarking on. I think it started today or yesterday. She's embarking on a 36-city tour, kicking off.
You want to see Mary? I'll go see Mary.
I will go see Mary.
How much you want to spend on Mary? How much you?
Nah, I don't want to spend that, but 100. And that's a lot too.
That's a lot. I don't want to spend it. I got like $80 for Mary tickets.
City
100 feels like a lot. I really want it to be like 45, 60.
I will have to see where she's coming here though, because she's coming. The first city that she's starting in is Greensboro, North Carolina. Sure. I don't know what theater, what amphitheater there.
I don't know.
But that's where she's starting.
You will not catch me in Greensboro.
She recently tweeted thank you to Taylor because Taylor had her on tour with her.
Right.
I didn't even know that.
I also thought that was strange. It was 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. That's why. It wasn't since Taylor became Taylor.
It wasn't since Taylor. It's been this new
That's
echelon.
why. I'm thinking,
not this new echelon of Taylor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it was the London sessions. It was around then. It was like 10 years ago.
But here's why. Here's another part that, I mean, this may be a good concert for us to go to. In this version of Mary's tour.
Do you want to go see Monique and
Kat?
Yeah.
When are they here?
I don't know, but you want to go?
I would laugh. I think
I might want to go do that.
I might want to do that. I would love that.
Maybe we should do that.
Oh, I think they're both funny. I don't feel like you think Kat's funny,
I haven't seen either of them live.
Do you think Kat's funny? I don't think you do.
He's not my favorite.
You really like Monique.
I like Monique. And I don't dislike Cat Williams.
No, I wouldn't say you dislike Cat.
I don't dislike
Cat.
No,
it's not really nothing to dislike. Well, there's people who don't like him.
No, definitely something I could
but
he's okay.
No, I actually think he's very funny.
I didn't think he was that funny in that movie either.
I thought he was funny.
He wasn't. One of them days was not that funny.
But I want to say this because
they had all these funny people in this movie and it was not that funny.
Let me know that with Mary, this could be a good little night because her openings, and I'm calling her openings because they're featuring, is Neo and Mario. How much the fuck she paying Neo?
I'm going to say this out loud. I saw this video.
Neo is like opening for Mary J. Is it that bad?
I mean, Mary J. Blige is not opening for Neo.
Well, that doesn't make sense either.
No,
but
it
Neo
don't.
and Mario doing what?
Opening for Mary J. Blige?
All in one night?
That sounds like a decent show. But here's what I heard about Neo the other day. That I thought was interesting.
The things.
I heard some things about Neo. Well, what I heard was that like from an art like this, it was this girl, this not white, like tan white girl, the darker white people. He's
like a polygamist?
Huh?
He's like a polygamist.
I don't know what that nigga's doing, but she said I got a message from Neo's like verified account.
Okay.
Like, I like your sound. It's gonna be crazy. Like I'm gonna promote you, XYZ. And then she was like, and Neo was like, okay, bet you only gotta send me like $3,000. I'll give you like an Instagram shout out, all these things. And then she was like watching these, and then I guess like Neo's like a Sharky music person. That's what I had heard. And she had the receipts. She pulled them out. She was like, I love your sound. I love all this. And like that he's making a lot of his money off the backs of like broke artists. and that's not cool, Neo. If what I heard is true, and I think what I heard is true, that's not very cool. But I do like Neo. I'm so sick of love songs.
I would go for Mario more than I would Neo.
I know more. I only know like 2 Mario songs. I know a couple of Neo songs.
Too, yeah.
Said I just can't pull myself
Neo.
way under a spell. I can't break. I just can't stop. Records. What's the time?
What's the girl name? Not girl. That's not appropriate. What's the lady name? Mary J.
Yeah, she grown as fuck. She in
yeah,
her
Mary
50s.
J. Nigga, you dusty queen.
What's that girl name?
Fucking
Right,
call me
right,
no girl. I'll beat your ass.
Right. That's what they're.
I literally
right.
checked my ass.
Right.
This woman is grown.
Mm-hmm.
No, kudos. I mean, I would go, and I don't know if I would really go. I don't. You know, the person that I ran into at a protest years ago in downtown, a white lady who was the biggest Mary J. Blige fan I had ever seen in my life, like encounter. She literally had Mary paraphernalia head to toe. She was a skinny white lady. She had a boombox that was playing like What's the 411.
And she was like covered in Mary. Like, was it a Mary event? Like, why was she?
No, this was the Occupy Wall Street.
It was just
protest.
It was just a Saturday.
It was a protest against Trump, about something in 2017.
And she was just wearing all her Mary garb.
Mary garb, and also telling us about the upcoming. Every time Mary comes into the SoCal area, no matter even if it's Long Beach or what is that, Yamaha? I always call it Yamaha.
That's over in Anaheim.
That's where she's going to be at March 3rd.
The Honda Center.
March 3rd. That's where she would be at.
Yamaha
yeah.
or Honda?
No, the Yamaha, the one that we used to see on the freeways.
Right.
That's where she would be at. That's where Mary's going to be.
With Mario and Neo?
I suppose, yeah, that's it.
I just go do that. If it's $80, I'll go for $80.
I just thought of that.
I'm not spending more than $100.
That's it.
Like, I'm not spending more than $100, but like $80, I would do that because I kind of want to see Neo and I kind of want to see Mary, and I haven't seen either of them.
And Mario's hot.
Mario's hot.
He's hot. Mm-hmm. He's also like my generation. We're maybe like 2 years or 3 years apart. Yeah.
I want to know if you got a man. I want to know.
And Usher's done. Ain't Usher's tour over? I think Usher's tour over.
I wanted to see Usher for your fucking birthday, and we did
2 years
not
ago.
go. I'm so mad we didn't go.
That's when he was in Vegas.
And that was when he had just gotten there, and now he's the king of Vegas and all this shit.
Done.
We didn't get to fucking go. I'm so upset about that. Anyway, thank you all for watching this episode.
This has been long. All right.
Bye.
Toots.